Hello and welcome to That's the Point. This is the place where we talk about the ins and the outs of construction technology. My name is Corey Meyer, and today we actually have another first on the show. We have a special guest for the first time. I'd like to welcome Steve Ostrowski. How's it going?
Great, thanks for having me.
Man, I'm excited you're here. So Steve is one of the guys at Trimble that helps refine workflows, builds processes, and we're excited to have him. So most of the time here on That's the Point, we talk about how-tos, tips and tricks, but sometimes it's fun to kind of unlock some what-ifs, maybe some kind of things to start to think about, get your juices flowing, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to jump off into the idea of round-tripping data, but not just points. We've kind of covered that in a previous episode. Steve, what today we're going to talk about is just not just syncing the Stakeout data, but actually viewing it and evaluating it and collaborating with it in Trimble Connect. So we're going to the next level, and so we're actually showing us how to view in QAQC this data right inside. So let's quickly set the table, right? You've got Trimble Connect, you've got a business list subscription, you've got FieldLink, you've got a project, you've got the model in both places, so we've synced all that up. And now what you're actually going to do is show us kind of the end state of kind of where we want to end up, and then we'll kind of back up a little bit and say how we got there.
Yeah, so really what you're seeing here on my PC screen would be what your VDC team back in the office is seeing, which is my stake location from actually staking out with RTS or GNSS out on site.
And that's all those green dots,
And that's all this green and red dots with different tolerances there. Overlaid with a 2D or 3D model. Most of the times it's a 2D DWG, so that's what you see as the background. And I can actually start to come in here and start to see specific points and where they were designed to lay out versus where they were actually laid out. So if something's moved, I can actually see that and bring this information back through field points to AutoCAD or Revit, or really in any other design platform to essentially say this is where the as-built actually is. So there's really two ways. There's more than that. You can manually drag it through a browser, but really the two ways to set it up are you can set up Connect Sync, a free application which can then push the data from the tablet to Connect and or download new layout information and have it on the schedule.
Which is awesome. It's with Scheduler, right?
Yeah.
Like it just comes and does it automatically?
Bring your tablet back to the trailer. It has Wi-Fi. It'll do that automatically for you.
Can we add a link to that? Like, is there a link to download that?
Yeah.
Cool, we'll put that in the video.
We'll put that in the one below. So that takes a little bit of setup time, but it takes it all off the field, which is nice as long as there's a little bit of Wi-Fi. The second way, which is, I say, generally the easiest, is to simply be signed into your FieldLink at the end of the day. Either get on Wi-Fi or get your hotspot and just go to More, Projects, Manage, and Save As, and then just drop down to Trimble Connect. That's going to push all that layout and staked information back up there as well, too.
Okay, wow. And then you just pushed it, as long as you have an internet connection, it just pushed it back up to the cloud. And now all of that's syncing, and then you get the exact presentation we're talking about here.
Yeah. So if you have two different robots on one deck, you can actually see what guy A did. If you're guy B and guy A is out sick, you can actually see what he did the day before, so you're not actually going over the same point.
And just one other thing. So as we're looking at that, we've got these out of tolerance marks here. So how are we delineating the tolerances?
That is a great question, great point. I can see all the tolerances here, but what makes it red, what makes it green is actually set here on the tablet in the measure settings. So whatever your horizontal or vertical tolerance.
So it's actually taking the tolerances from FieldLink in the field and conveying those there.
And pushing it over, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
This is absolutely wild. So, and all it takes is a little connectivity, and the office has a ridiculously powerful tool to unlock visibility and collaboration. It's kind of special. That's why we had to bring a pro in to do this.
Thank you.
So Steve, for people asking about next steps, I think this is certainly something that we want to talk about. Your building point representative, those are the guys you typically interface with as well. So we're able to get that stuff out in the field at the building point support side. So they just need to reach out to their local building point rep. They can get started with all the setting up the data columns and stuff like that. Very cool. You survived. You did it.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, man.
We'll see you again.
So, and thanks for taking the time to show us this. And I think we've got a follow-up coming up in the next episode, which is kind of the holy grail that we've been kind of murmuring about this for a while, but you want to make sure that you stay up to date with all your subscriptions. So don't forget to smash that subscribe button for the latest tips, tricks, and pointers, and absolutely, positively stay on the lookout for the next episode. That's it.
All right. Thanks.
Thanks, Steve. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on That's the Point.